oficina, crecer la comunidad de Mixer en México y en todos los países que hablan español. Lo siento. Todavía aprendiendo español, entonces discúlpame por mis errores, porque tengo la misma nivel en español de un niño en prepa. No prepa, kinder. Entonces, hablaré la primera presentación en inglés, porque es más sencillo por mí, lo siento. Y después tenemos un demo por las otras características que es muy chido sobre Mixer en español. ¿Me explico? Bueno. Well, thank you all for that. Thank you for your patience. So, the first thing I would love to talk about when it comes to Mixer is that Mixer and live streaming in general is very, very robust. So actually, to this day, when it comes to live streaming video, there are 665 million viewers today. And that's expected to grow all the way to 800 plus viewers in 2021. It's one of the reasons why Microsoft is investing in this space, and again, it's one of the reasons why we're here. Now, when it comes to the game video content in general, live streaming is actually the biggest part of that growth. In fact, actually there's been a study done that showed that for little kids, becoming a professional live streamer is actually number 4 on the list of things they want to do when they grow up. Like, times have really changed. And when it comes to Mixer's place in that, Mixer has seen explosive growth as well. In January 2018, we announced that we had 10 million monthly active users. That's people that come back, or that come at least once a month. And in June of 2018, just 6 months later, we were able to announce that we were at 20 million monthly active users. So we doubled in 6 months. Now, one of the reasons that we did that is because we're really trying to create a new kind of streamer experience. As you all have known, like, the streaming industry has grown exponentially over the past few years, but the actual experience of streaming hasn't really changed much since things have begun. Now, someone will stream, they'll transmit their video games, and someone else will comment and chat. We believe that there is so much more that you can do in this space, and we're really fighting to help push streaming as far as we can take it. So we have done that with a few new features that we've really been working on, and most of them are exclusive to Mixer, and I'd love to talk to you all about them today. The first one I'd like to talk about is something called faster than light, FTL. That means that on Mixer, it takes less than a second for the video game that you're streaming to reach your audience. So with this, it makes it so that we can have much more natural conversations. It actually feels like the viewers that you have in your stream are actually right in the room with you. Because when they comment and they say, hey, how are you doing? You can reply back almost immediately, I'm fine. Almost like now, when I asked you all how you all were doing and you all could respond at that real-time quickness, you get the same thing on Mixer. Next, we have something called Mixplay. Mixplay is a way that we actually interact with our games directly. So the viewer can press a button and actually change what's happening in the game. And they do this to actually help or hurt the streamer, or just create unique moments that really couldn't happen anywhere else. And that's what we kind of see here, where we have a viewer who was watching Minecraft, press void, and created a hole for this person that now has to navigate through. Now, we have this for a lot of different games, and we found that, like I said, it creates really, really unique and fun experiences because it's not just a static viewing experience anymore. Like, the player or the viewer can engage and really change the content that's going on. We also have Mixplay that is able to connect with the Internet of Things. So I know certain streamers who, when they are playing their video games, they connected their lights to Mixplay. So their viewers can actually change the lights in their room. I know another streamer who he has a little robot maze. Like, so in the back of the stream, there's always a little maze of robots. And with Mixplay, people can actually navigate those robots through the maze. Actually, anything that you need a USB, or that needs a USB 3 cord, can connect with Mixplay. Next, we have four-person co-streaming. What four-person co-streaming is it allows for 4 people to stream simultaneously. And while we're having this, it doesn't need to be the same game. So, I could be playing Sea of Thieves, my friend could be playing Gears of War, my other friend could be playing Halo, and we can all We'd be in the same chat, in the same channel, growing our communities together and really enjoying the experience. Next, we have something called Hype Zone. Excuse me. Hype Zone is an AI-powered channel that is always looking for the most exciting content. What we do is we have an AI that is always out and searching all the games, all the people that are streaming a certain game. So for instance, if I am playing Fortnite, or if I'm streaming Fortnite, Hype Zone will look at everyone that's streaming on Mixer playing Fortnite, and it will choose the people that have the most exciting games. So for instance, if I'm streaming Fortnite, I have five kills, there's 10 people left in the game, I can randomly see an image that says, hey, you're in the Hype Zone. And because of this, maybe I had 5 people watching me. I had me, I had my mom, I had my dad, and I had my brother. And then all of a sudden, it says you're in the Hype Zone. Now I have thousands of followers. But the pressure's on, because you only stay in the Hype Zone until you win or until you die. And we actually have something called the Hype Zone curse. When people were doing really, really good in the game, they got in the Hype Zone, they freaked out, and then they died. So the pressure's on when it comes to the Hype Zone. But one thing that we found when it comes to Hype Zone is that it does a great job for discoverability. And discoverability of anyone, regardless of how many how many viewers you have. Because when it comes to the AI that dictates Hype Zone, it doesn't discriminate based on how many people are following you. It doesn't discriminate based on how many viewers you have. All it cares about is the quality of the gameplay and how good you are in the game. And we found that it's been a great way for smaller streamers to really grow their community. Next, we have easy broadcasting. It is incredibly easy to stream on Mixer. You can do it whether it's on Xbox, Windows 10, or on your phone. And all of these devices, you only need to press a few buttons, and then you're live. The days where you need all this extra equipment, the days where you need like very expensive things to get started streaming or to even know a little bit of engineering, that's not the case anymore. With Mixer, we've really democratized the way that streaming comes so that anyone can be a streamer. And the last thing I want to speak on is platform inclusive community. So I understand like we are a part of Microsoft, as is Xbox, but like Mixer is multi-platform. Mixer is for every platform. We have people on PlayStation who stream. We actually had a Super Smash Bros. Tournament when it came out, because when it's about Mixer, or when it comes to Mixer, we are focused on the community. We are focused on the gamers themselves. We want everyone who games, everyone who enjoys video games, to come to our service and have the same and equal and loving and fun experience. And we believe that we've been able to do that. So, the next thing I want to talk to you all is about something that's super, super exciting for us, and we call it Season 2. Now, we were very particular with the name of calling it a season, because it's not just a one-day thing. We call it Season 2 because it's a living and breathing entity that will change. And we'll get better as we continue to work on it and as we continue to learn from what we've done in the past. Now, Season 2 has about 3 main components. The first one is expression, and trying to find new ways to have our viewers be able to express themselves on our platform. The second one is support for our partners. Now, when we say support for our partners, it mainly focuses on monetization. And then the last one, or support for our streamers, my apologies. And the last one is recognition. We want to be able to recognize and celebrate all the ways that you can strengthen, or that people can engage with your community, that people can come back and really help make your community a more fun and great place. So I'd like to first start with expression. So expression was one of the first things we wanted to work on, and one of the most apparent things that you'll notice when you come on the site. Now, in the past, when it comes to streaming, typically the best way you could express yourself was only with messages and text. But that's not how we communicate today. Now with things like, I always want to say animojis. Now with things like emojis, bitmojis, memes, and GIFs, there are so many different ways that we can express ourselves. And we found that visual expression, visual communication is how people like to communicate nowadays. And in the past, you couldn't really do that on stream. But now you can with something that we call skills. Skills are a way that makes interacting and interaction much more fun for the streamer and much more fun for the community in general. There are new ways to engage with the community. There are new ways that you can show and express yourself on the site. And even from sending stickers or having a celebratory fireworks show, from laser shows, or from a bouncing beach ball, there are so many ways that you can express yourself now and really help to have a more fun experience on Mixer. And this works really well. This works well for both the communities. For viewers, it gives them more things that they can do. It gives them more ways that they can actually show and show how they feel and express themselves. But for content creators, it allows them to have their content always be fresh and fun. And skills update frequently. So this is what I meant when I said that this is a part of season 2. Skills are always updating. There's new stickers always out. There's always something fresh and exciting that's happening on Mixer to keep people coming back. And the great thing about skills is every time you use a skill, you are supporting your streamer financially. The next thing I want to talk about is patronage. One of the most rewarding feelings is supporting your favorite streamers. But not everyone who wants to can. And with skills and with Sparks patronage, we found a way to make that happen. So basically what happens is when it comes to skills, or when it comes to Sparks, you gain Sparks just by watching streams or by streaming yourself. And when you use Sparks, when you spend your Sparks on skills, there's actually a level that a certain number of Sparks need to be spent on someone's channel. Right? And once that person passes that level, then Mixer will send that partner a cash payout in dollars. So it's possible on Mixer to support your favorite streamer without spending any money yourself. All you need to do is spend your time. We also have something called Mixer Embers. Mixer Embers is a paid currency on Mixer. With Mixer Embers, you get more. There are some skills that are only exclusive to Mixer Embers, allowing for a more premium and celebratory experience. And also with Mixer Embers, you are able to support your favorite streamer more directly financially. When we came up with Sparks Patronage, we wanted to focus on making our experience for support of streamers very flexible and inclusive. And now on Mixer, you can support your favorite streamer however you want, whether that's with your time, your money, or both. The next thing I want to talk to you all about is something called progression. Now, we realize here at Mixer that let me take a step back. In the past, there was only really 2 level statuses for streamers. Either you were a subscriber or you weren't. But we believe that that's not the only way that people can bring value to your channels. For example, we believe at Mixer that someone who comes back comes to your channel every day and engages in chat, spends skills, is just as important as someone who comes a little bit frequently, but maybe donates money more often. And here we created something called progression, where we can highlight the different ways that people can engage, interact with the community, without just focusing on the financial donations that someone will give. So when it comes to progression, we have created a level up system. As you see here, there's different ways that you can level up, like when it comes to watching the broadcast, when it comes to chatting, when it comes to coming back every day, when it comes to subscribing or following. There are many different ways that you can level up, and because there are different ways that you can level up, there's different ways. It's a flexible system to really help and show your engagement and be recognized for the loyalty that you've given to streaming. Now, when it comes to leveling up, there's 2 types. There's leveling up in a channel, where you can get certain rates in the channel. You can level up for Mixer as a whole. When you level up for Mixer as a whole, you unlock new skills and unlock new abilities. And when you level up in a channel, you gain, like I said, it's all focused on getting more recognition and having people understanding the loyalty that you've been able to give the stream. One thing that we found when it comes to recognition is that it allows streamers to have a better pulse on their community. And it also allows streamers to be able to identify and recognize and thank the people who have been the most loyal, some of their key contributors. Now, that has been what Mixer has done all up, but I'd like to take some time to talk about our specific investments in Mexico. So, as one of the top 5 markets for Mixer, Mexico has been extremely important for the business. And one of the things that we've done, one of the things that we really want to focus on here at Mixer is really trying to make the experience better for everyone, regardless of the language you speak or regardless of where you live. One of the ways that we've done that, and we also try to do this by listening to the community and using the recommendations of the community to help make our service better. One of the ways that we've done that is through localized text. What we've done recently is we've made a lot of improvements to our localized text, but not just from, and when I say localized text, I mean text about the nuances of a language when it comes to a region. So for example, when we say Spanish, we understand that there's a difference between Spanish from Mexico and Castellano. So when we have Latin American Spanish or Spanish from Mexico, we want to be able to showcase the difference. For example, if something really cool is going, if we're talking about a really cool feature on Mixer, we know that we need to say that is versus muy bueno. Small changes like that we know are very important to you all, and we're listening, and we're really trying to make it better and make it feel more and more at home for everyone. The next thing that we did, and we all do this to make sure that it's just a more inclusive product. The next thing that we did is we did something called localized content. What localized content is based on the language that your device is set to, it's going to determine the type of streams that you see. So for instance, in my phone is set to Spanish, but my work computer is set to English. So when I go on the Mixer app on my phone, I mainly see streamers that are speaking Spanish. Some of our top streamers. But when I go on Mixer on my computer, I see mainly English-speaking speakers. There's English-speaking streamers because that's the device that I'm set to. We found that this really helps with discoverability, and we really just want to make it so that the partners, that it's much easier for viewers to find their favorite partners and for partners to grow their community. Another thing that we've done is we have a local partner account manager here in region who's really helped us to grow the amount of streamers that we have. I actually would recommend that you all check out Atomic Jorge, Kim Bonilla, or Group Sativa whenever you all get a chance. They're new partners that recently came on, and we're super excited to have them. And that was done from some of the work of our local partner account manager. We also have me here, as I had said a little bit earlier. And another thing that I want to speak to you all about is something called Channel 1 ES. So, we originally had something called Channel 1 on our site. What Channel 1 is Channel 1 is a site that has content 24 hours, but doesn't actually create content itself. All it does is host other partners, and the partners change around every 15 minutes. We saw, and then on this channel, when you're watching, you gain sparks at a faster rate than other places. We saw great engagement from here, and we saw that the community was asking for Channel 1 in other languages, because although Channel 1 was originally supposed to be for all languages, we kind of saw that it was mainly English speakers on that channel. So what we did is back in March, we actually released Channel 1 ES and Channel 1 VR. Channel 1 ES is all the goodness of Channel 1, but solely for Spanish speakers. So you're only going to see Spanish-speaking partners there, and we typically find that only really Spanish-speaking viewers will come and enjoy that site. And we did the same thing for Channel 1 VR, where we focus on Portuguese. Again, all of this came from the community, from listening to the feedback of the community, from really making investments, asking how they felt about them, asking what the changes that they wanted to make, and then going and making those changes. We also have made we also have tried to make more of a physical presence here in Mexico. For instance, we actually just got back from Talentland a few weeks back and really enjoyed that experience. And we have just recently launched, revamped our social media. So now on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we have much more engaging content there in Watch Mixer Latam. And I encourage you all to go out and follow that channel whenever you get a chance. We've also been making video improvements. Season 2 is incredibly important to us, but we also have been working on trying to better the experience for everyone by making fundamental video improvements and just trying to make the experience much more enjoyable. So, as I said, season 2 has been out, and we've been super excited about the progress. Progression is in testing phases right now, and it's almost completely launched, so that'll almost be the end of season 2, and we're happy about that. We've been making certain investments in Mexico and in Latin America in general, and we've been super happy with the progress that we've seen there. And that is everything for my presentation in English. Is there any questions that you all have for me? Go ahead.
Good morning, first of all, thank you.
Okay, ¿listos? En Mixer es súper sencillo para transmitir y ver tus videojuegos favoritos desde tu consola. Solo para ver o para transmitir tus videojuegos, solamente necesito oprimir menos de 5 botones. Mira, primero, oprimir el botón de home. Segunda, oprimir RB 2 veces. Tercera, oprimir, transmitir. Esperar por menos de 10 segundos. No es muy tiempo largo. Y después oprimir, enseñar transmisión. Y estoy en vivo. Entonces, no es posible ver tus pantallas de home, porque no es muchas cosas que es muy emocionante en este espacio. Pero cuando estás jugando un videojuego, es posible por todo el mundo para ver tus videojuegos favoritos. Y mira, este barra significa que estás en vivo. Es muy sencillo para transmitir tus videojuegos desde tu consola, pero es muy sencillo para ver tus videojuegos favoritos desde tu consola. Solamente necesitas oprimir 2 botones. Oprimir botón RB una vez y oprimir escoger tus videojuegos favoritos y oprimir A. Y estás en Mixer.
Recent releases, featured, great deals, bestseller, coming soon, Nintendo, Switch Online.
No. En Mixer, este es localized character. Por ejemplo, ahora todos los streamers en el destacado están hablando español. Pero si yo quiero cambiar el lenguaje a inglés, los streamers en el destacado cambian. Pero me gusta mi español, me gusta español, so quiero quedar. Mientras estás explorando, este es mi número de Sparks. Puedo ganar Sparks cuando estoy mirando streams en Mixer o transmitiendo mis videojuegos desde Mixer. Y es diferentes maneras para ganar Sparks. Es es la manera para ganar Sparks, pero es posible obtener Embers también, pero necesita comprar Embers. Embers es dinero, necesita dinero real. Y cuando yo tengo Sparks o Embers, puedo gastar en habilidades. Habilidades es aquí. Es una mezcla. Es habilidades que necesita Embers, es habilidades que necesita Sparks. Y es muchas diferentes cosas yo puedo hacer. Entonces es adhesivos, es adhesivos animados y es efectos. Y es algunas skills que es bloqueado porque no tengo el suficiente nivel. Pero es motivación para continuar a mirar streams en Mixer y para ganar mi perfil. Entonces, en Mixer es muchísimas cosas que yo puedo hacer con skills. Por ejemplo, quiero usar juegos artificiales. Y tenemos otras cosas más. Por ejemplo, puedo enviar un GIF. ¿Quién es una meme muy popular en México? ¿Algún nombre?
El piojo.
¿Viejo?
Piojo.
Piojo. Oh, no, es la letra, lo siento.
Piojo es soccer coach.
¿Qué es las letras?
Type it down.
B-I-O-J-O.
B-I-O.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, perfect.
Do you remember the gist where he gives it? It's the first night.
Ah, sí, está en pies.
Yes. Es aquí. Todos tus favoritos GIFs, todos tus favoritos memes están aquí en Mixer. Es muy sencillo para tener es muy sencillo para disfrutar desde el chat porque tenemos muchísimas maneras para expresar tus cosas favoritas. Y además tenemos tablet de líderes o el líder de Embers semanal. Entonces es una manera, es una otra forma de progression para celebrar a las personas que donar más y que gastar más tiempo en tu perfil o en tu canal. Además, es los ranks, pero es muy sencillo para conocer quiénes son las personas que es más loyal a tu canal, quiénes son las personas que gastan más tiempo en tu canal, porque cada persona tiene un número de este nivel en la canal. Además, es Sparks Paying. Por esta persona necesita alcanzar algunos niveles específicos para recibir monedas para Mixer. Pero estas monedas es en dólares, no es en pesos. Entonces es posible cada semana por esta persona para ganar casi $1,000 solamente con personas gastando tiempo en este canal. Porque para alcanzar niveles es con Sparks, no es con Embers. Entonces es posible recibir muchísimo dinero solamente con tiempo en Mixer. No es posible en otras plataformas.
You have an interview.
Y este es Direct Purchase. Con Direct Purchase es posible comprar videojuegos directamente desde este canal y el streamer recibir una porción, un poquito por ciento de la compra. Y es algunos canales que es solamente aquí en Mixer. Por ejemplo, Channel 1 ES. en Channel 1 ES es posible ver todos los Mixer todos los partners que hablan español en Mixer, y los partners están siendo hospedado, cambia cada 15 minutos. Entonces es una manera muy sencilla para aprender y para descubrir todos los partners que están en nuestra plataforma. Y tenemos líder de Sparks y líder de Embers, que depende en el canal. Y es el chat de este partner y es el chat de Channel 1 ES también. Y finalmente tenemos HypeZone. Recuerda, HypeZone tiene una inteligencia artificial que estás buscando los partidos de videojuegos que es más emocionante. Y cambia un otro canal y otro partido cada vez una persona gana o muere. Y tenemos tabla de líderes. Esta tabla de líderes es personas que ganan que han ganado en HypeZone, pero es semanal y es mensual. Y es una otra manera para crecer tu comunidad, porque todas las personas que están mirando en HypeZone pueden ver tu nombre y decir, oh, esta persona gana 6 veces, ¿quién es? Y seguir después. Y esta persona tiene 9 kills y que falta 4 squads en ese partido. La inteligencia artificial conocen estos datos y pueden escoger este canal y este partido porque es el partido que es más emocionante en este momento. Y cuando es el fin de este partido, la inteligencia artificial puede escoger la próxima partido que es más emocionante en este momento. Y pienso que es todo. ¿Algunas dudas? ¿No? ¿Todo está bien? Bueno, gracias por la participación.